Good afternoon, Internet peeps. This is a wet and windy Tuesday in Great Britain. I'm speaking to you from today. And today I've been lucky that a chap called Tim sent me some prized Hot Wheels vintage racing cars. These are the three that I originally got from a seller in the UK. These three are not mint. They're in good shape. These cars can tend to go for big money. They're hard to find, and when you do find them, they go for big money. I was very lucky to pick these up at a reasonable price. This is one of my favourites, the Cyclone. All metal, of course, with real riders. Lovely decals. This one is a bit worn in a couple of spots, but it's still a great car, and I love that sort of like that decal on the front fender there, the front grille. Lovely car. These Challengers I'm not that fussed on. I do like Dodges. The Shaker one is probably my least favourite out of the two, but they do have amazing detail, and both of them are quite cool. I'm very lucky to have both of them, as I say. They're just amazing. I do love this series. I wish I could find them all, and I wish I could afford to buy them all, but I'll just have to be happy with what I've got. So those are the three that I got originally, and I've had them for a little while. Picked them up pretty cheap. The seller did let me have a deal on them. The one I got from a very nice man in Canada is this one. This is my favourite, and this is the one I went out of the way for. It's a Ford Galaxy racing car. I absolutely love it because orange is my colour. Aimee Motors, I believe that's the designer of this car. I believe his name was Aimee. Tremendous detail. Tremendous car. That was loose, but it's, as you can see, it's almost mint. Again, it's all metal real riders. I love that car. These are the interesting ones I've had today. Now these were brand new out of the packet, which is very fortunate. I wish the chap well. I think he's had unusual circumstances and need the money, hence he sold them, but wow, they are just brilliant. Mopar Missile, that one. And this is one I've got another one of green lights. Many of people have got them. Joe Motor had these. That's where I first saw them, and that's what I thought I must get some of those. And I never thought I'd find this one. I particularly like the wheels. But the other one I have, which I don't know, it might be, you might say it was better. I don't know. I'm on the fence. They're both very good. This is a green light one made by a company called ACME, is it? AMC? Acme, it's called. Not Acne. The bonnet does open on this one. See if I can get it to open for you. There you go. The bonnet opens on this one. The hood, I should say. Lovely decals on the rear. It did have a front valance, but I didn't like it, so that's parted company. I preferred it without, so it is missing it. And they all have a different view on how this car looks. So there is another version. I can't remember who makes it, but there is another type as well. But that is just a phenomenal car. I love it. I love it. I think I got that one from Spain. With oh, my shoulder. Oh, sorry about that. With a Honda Gulf Gulf livery racing. Right. These are very interesting cars. My arm's killing me now. This is going to be my last video today. I can't do any more. These are very interesting cars. I haven't long had them, and I've never seen anybody else show these cars. They didn't. It is Hot Wheels, not many different ones of them made, And the interesting feature is this little switch here, right? Now, if you push that little switch forward, it parts company with its shell, and you can see the 2 seats in there, and the engine, the details. Okay, it's this is all plastic, the base, and this actually I've actually switched the bases out. This is the base from the police one, and vice versa. I'm gonna paint the base for this one a different colour. Not sure whether it'll be red or black yet, but it will be repainted. But I like the fact they come apart. The modern ones don't, because of health and safety. I don't think they're allowed to do it anymore. But I think that's a brilliant feature, and what design and engineering to make that way, make it work so they go together. Here's the other one. This one I've just bought second hand from a very nice seller I deal with a lot. You can see the tab that goes into the back there, and it actually moves when you catch the switch right, if I can do it on camera. There you go. And then it comes off. That one's that's the yellow one is the earliest one, and these are the wheels off it, and this has got lovely wheels that actually says Goodyear on it. I love it. And as I said with the other one, comes apart to reveal a red interior, roll cage, very cool. So I'll put this one back on because it's the nicest looking one, and we'll put that back together and just pop that back. There we go. That's how I like this one, and I probably will. Well, I'll paint the other one black, but that's quite nice. Although it's weird and not a real car, there's something about it, especially with those marked wheels. This is, I don't go for VWs, but Paul sold me this. He's been telling me a lot recently, and I'm very grateful. I think he was hoarding stuff because I never knew he had any of this. I don't go for VWs in a big way like people are now, and these can fetch you premium. I didn't pay as much as people do for them, but this yellow one, my friend Sylvester will love this. He's a big yellow nut, and I'm sure this, if he hasn't seen it, will really appeal to him. I will do a video for you, Sylvester, with all the yellow cars just now, so you can see the yellow pedal connection, as it were. But I'm sure you'll appreciate that one. And this one, oh, I nearly went then. This one I bought from another seller called David, so shout out to David. And we had a bit of a disagreement over £4, but I think it's made us closer friends. So this one is a similar sort of version to the other one. I don't really go for the oversized wheels on the back, but it gets away with it on this one. Oh, I didn't show you on the other one. We'll go back to it. This one opens up, and it's obviously metal on metal-less, apart from the plastic roof. But isn't that a lovely feature seeing in there? That's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. When I was younger, I wasn't that fussed about Hot Wheels, but now I know more about them, thanks to O-Dog and people like that. You realise how much quality stuff they did actually make. So, sorry. Let's get back to this. Show you the inside close up. It's all metal there. You can tell. Well, I can tell now by looking at it from photographs and videos what's metal and what isn't. And believe you me, that is a lovely model. This one, let's just put some of these aside so you can see them. Show you all the opening parts, because I'm a big opening parts man. And this is one of my favourite opening parts cars. Now, this manufacturer isn't known to everybody. Does it say on the back there? Does it say Mini, or does it? Yeah, I think it says Mini. It's by a company called Tiny. Look at the decals on it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the best Mini I've ever seen. I do orange. Okay, orange pushes me over the top. It's plastic wheels, and it's a plastic base, but that doesn't detract from it. What sends it over the edge for me is the opening doors. Lovely interior. Okay, but when I bought it, I realised the doors open, because if you've got experience, you can usually see from the photographs. But what the killer was, when if I can get it to open, when it actually came, is the bonnet opens as well. How cool is that? Why sellers don't show that parts open is beyond me. This wasn't a cheap Mini. I love those correct wheels as well. They might not be real riders, but they're correct looking. It just looks right. You can see the plastic base there. One of my favourite cars. That is just to die for. Okay, on to the next. There's quite a lot. This is going to be the race car video. These are the Oldsmobile 442s. I'm not into high lifting cars as such. This was out. This is a metal on metal with real riders from a premium series. I'm not sure which series it was from, because it didn't have all cars in it. It was a bit of everything. I quite like that one, and it goes with. This is the one from the Flying Customs, and again Flying Customs, but this one hasn't got real riders. The Flying Customs series is one I particularly liked, and okay, it could have a nicer livery, but that's a nice car. This is my favourite of all the Flying Customs. It's a Nissan. I can't remember the exact name of the model, but there's not a little chili on there. It's is it JI or something? I think it's something to do with the designer. It looks like a chili from the distance, but the livery on this is just to die for, and these can command quite a large sum to be bought. I had to I just found one cheap as chips, to be fair, but we'll have to see if it arrives. But this one I had to pay up for. I wish I'd have waited, but yeah, you can see why they charge a premium. I'll just get up. Oh. 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 Seeing as we're doing racing cars, this one is my favourite. Okay, it's not a car, it's a racing wagon. Racing pickup, I should say. It's a very interesting car with a very interesting story. I didn't know what this was when I saw it. I saw it in a job lot for £10 with 7 other cars, so it was quite a good deal, but this is what I bought it for. I love WD-40, as do most men. It's such a handy tool rather than a product. It can do lots of things, WD-40. I like the wheels. Okay, the plastic base, plastic wheels. This is by Racing something collectibles. It's called. I'll put it in the main description. But apparently it was made by an Australian company, and they didn't have a license to make them. But I have managed to find the set of 4, so I'm looking forward to that arriving. And because I thought this was originally a Hot Wheels when I saw it. I thought it was a circle trucker, because they have a very similar design to this, but it isn't. And I did research to see if Hot Wheels done one, and I couldn't find it at all. But then when I dug a little bit deeper, I found out about these. They didn't make many, but there's some nice looking ones, and there's a couple of cars, and when they come, I'll let you see them. Right, now we've had loads of cars. This isn't a racing car per se, but this is the RLC 2020 car that they send out for membership. It's very hard to become a member. It has an opening bonnet, I tend to make it my mission in life to get all the Hot Wheels that have opening parts, because they didn't do many, but when they did it, they got it well. This has tremendous detail, has painted seats inside. You can see the engine underneath. It's all metal. They are real riders on this. It's a premium car, and it was a premium price, but thanks to Paul again in Manchester for selling me this one. You really don't get, unless you look at it in person, how good that paint is. It is to die for. I think they do it by painting it twice. I think there's a silver undercoat first, and I think that's how they do it, but that's just my guess. I went out of my way to get this car. I don't usually go out my way for RLC cars, but I've changed my mind on that recently because I've managed to procure some at a reasonable price, and they might appear on my channel at some point, so stay tuned for them, because RLC cars, I've changed my opinion of them. They made some good ones. This is yes, there's a Hot Wheels. It's a Lancer Evolution Mitsubishi. Quite like that one. Nice livery. Obviously it's a mainline car, so it's plastic on metal. Quite nice wheels. I wouldn't do a wheel change on that just for the sake. This is a premium SP2. I have got some of the mainline cars of this, but it's not the best livery. But it's an all metal car, as I said. Has rubber wheels. I like the SP2. I've never seen one in real life, but that's pretty cool. This one is a no-name make. I've had a stack of these this week, and I'm trying to show them. Perhaps people know more than about them than me, but it's quite nice. It's quite nice. Got it in the job lot, so when you get cars this good in the job lot, you can't really complain. Those wheels might have to be changed, but they're not that bad. It's not one of my favourite cars. This is what this is a majorette, and I am going to do a feature on majorettes. This is another Skyline, much like that RLC car. Now, this car is just awesome because of the opening doors and opening hood, like the RLC one. Okay, nowhere near the detail, but it has got detail in there, and the fact it has opening doors and that is very cool. Very cool. This has awful bling wheels, which I mentioned in the last video, and I changed them out because I can't stand the wheels that are, if you Google it, you can find out. It has all the majorettes that they make now of plastic bases, but they do have brilliant suspension. That's what I like. I like these majorettes. I think they do it quite well. This one is nice. I like the details. It's a nice looking car, but it's even better since they changed out the wheels. I have mentioned on previous videos, but these wheels are quite easy to change out. The suspension is just a wire that runs round inside, and if you sometimes they'll need slightly drilling out or tapping out from the original wheels because the axle is smaller, and to these are pullback cars. You can pick up say 40 of them for £10, and okay, it's difficult to reuse the rear axle, but the front axle is just a straight rod, so yeah, you can pop them in any car, and they fit 1:64 very well. They are rubber, so it's a good cheap way of putting real riders on a car, and I think they're pretty generic. I think they'd look good on most cars, and they do. I've used them a lot. This one I bought from David Chalk, Ludicrous Grass Monkey. He sold me quite a few bits and pieces. This is the Hot Wheels Premium Cougar. I'm not as fanatical about Cougars as I was, because I was fanatical about this when I bought it. It's metal on metal, real riders. I like the colour. Copper's another one of my favourite colour. Copper's an orange. This one is a dirt cheap one, but I love the smiley face. My friend Dimitri sold me this one. He lives over at Nottingham. He's a very nice man, and he's helped me out a lot. And this is a shout out for him. This wouldn't appeal to many people. It's not the best quality, but that smiley face. Hello, but I've got it. That smiley face, I love it, and it makes me, as you can tell by my demeanour, makes me laugh. Even the pain I'm in, if I see that, it cheers me up a little bit. Oh, this probably appealed to somebody. Black Hawk, whoever that is. I think I have looked at some of these. Let me have a look what this one is. Oh no, I can't tell what it is. Just a stocker. It doesn't say anything underneath. I always like it when they have lovely decals like that and writing on the tyres. 82. No idea what it is. Picked it up in a job lot. Can't go wrong, can you? This one is a Buick LeSabre. It's a Matchbox. Not in bad shape. I think it came one of Steve's lots, but I'm not sure. I've had that many lots recently. That's a cool car. This one, is it a Thunderbird, this one? Yeah, Ford Thunderbird racing car. Again, it's plastic wheels. And the wheels quite nice. I like the bull livery, 88. Nice car. Another one. This one is... doesn't really say, but a Chrysler. Number 44. They're all pretty much the same, these with plastic bases, plastic wheels. Yeah, I'm not going to say no if you get them. They may be more valuable than I thought, but you know, hey, what are you going to do? This one is Norev. If many people might not know that Majorette were Norev once. What happened was, I think there was two brothers, family, and the name was whatever Norev is backwards, Revnov or whatever it is. It's their family name spelt backwards because Majorette is no longer French owned. It's owned by a German company called Dickey, and Dickey also owned Schuco. So that's why the Majorette brand has improved so much recently. I really like this car, and Norev tend to do exceptionally good detail but exceptionally bad quality bases. I don't go out my way for Norev. I've got a Peugeot 205 GTI, a 209 GTI, whatever it is. Mine's wavering a bit now. I'm suffering, but I will finish this. We'll get through it. It's a nice car. These are some of my wheel changes that was on about a minute ago. One of these is a Charger and one's a Roadrunner, but they both look almost identical. The wheels that are on them are very blingy silver ones. One has 50-year-old ones. It's a mainline car that I've switched for these wheels. Doesn't have any markings on the back, but it looks good from the side, especially with that Hot Wheels banner. And here's the other one. There you go, it's Plymouth, that one. That'll be the Roadrunner. All plastic. The stance looks better now. I think when they come, they have a larger back wheel, and it looks wrong in my opinion, but that's the way the Americans like it. This is quite a hard car to get. Apparently it was the first racing Camaro of this type of car. To green light as far as I can remember. Nice detail. I think this one was an opening. Yeah, an opening hood. There we go. For the people who'd like to see that, you can see the detail. I love the colours on this one. It's the colours that do it for me. Camaros aren't my bag, but this is a lovely looking car, so I make an exception for this one. One of my favourite cars. Very nice. This one, the stocker, is most of these stockers are racing champions, by the way, which is part of the Johnny Lightning group now. What is it? I can't think of the name of the Second Take or something like that. The company's called. I can't think what it's called. But this one I bought because of the Bruce Lee connection. There is another colour with this one. I think it's like a grey or something. It doesn't look anywhere near as good. I went out my way. I'm a big martial arts fan and a big film fan. So I'm well into films, soundtracks and TV. So Bruce Lee, yeah, I'm there. Very cool. It's a very cool car. I like that one. Generic one, number 18. What is it? For those who want to see it. Just says pit row on it. I've no idea. Obviously, dirt cheap on the bottom and the tyres, but it looks okay. I like the look of it. This one I do like. This one is a Johnny Lightning. Funny car. And I don't like funny cars as such. I don't think this one opens now. But this is why I bought it. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Amazing. Tony the Tiger on there. They're great. And this car is great as well. I don't know quite what the advertising is in America for them, but that's what it is here. It was here in the UK. The wheels aren't the best. I told you I don't go for these shiny ones, but they're passable, and it has got writing on the tyres. So, oh, you can see footprints on the roof and the bonnet. That's quite cool. I haven't noticed that before. I haven't had this one that long. There you go. They're great. How cool is that? Not noticed that before either. The things you see. Anyway, that one is quite cool. Another cool Camaro coming up. Opening bonnet. Hood. I keep on saying bonnet. It should be a hood when it's an American car. There you go. It's got engine detail. Lovely decals down the side. Metal on metal. Rubber tyres. Wow, that's just killer, isn't it? Anybody who likes cars is going to like that one. Even me, and not fond of Camaros. Dodge Challenger, is it? Concept car. I would like the orange one of this car. It doesn't have any decals on the front and back, but it looks much better in orange, and I'm not sure about those wheels. I hate the new triangle wheels that Hot Wheels have brought out, and they have to come out every time. I can't stand them. I know they're trendy and some people like them, but no, they're coming off. Okay, we saw the WD-40. Now we've got the STP, and this one is a Matchbox and a Pontiac Grand Prix. This one, I wouldn't recognise it being the Pontiac, but that's what it says. But I used to use STP when I was a boy in my Mini, because my Mini was always burning oil, and I used to wax STP in it to make the engine sound better. Back in the day, because my the piston rings had gone. I didn't know as much then about cars, but STP, fuel injection. Everybody should clean their fuel injection. People think it's a false economy to clean it, but if you don't, you have all the problems. Once a year, buy injection fluid, whether it's diesel or petrol. Got to do it. Another cracking car. I quite like this one. This is a Ford Thunderbird again, Matchbox, but the decals are killer, and the tyres are there again. And I like Texaco. It's one of my favourite brands. I also like the petrol tankers and things like that. So I've got Texaco's one of my favourite. I like that. There. Here's another classic. Spam. I love Spam. There's two versions of what Spam means. Some people say it says special processed American meat, and some people say it's spiced ham. But who cares? It tastes good. Whatever you do with it. It helped out in the war when it came over from America when we had nothing, so before my time, but I still appreciate that they helped us, and we were charged for it, but we wouldn't have won without them, so big respect to the Americans. Great car. I love Spam. Right, this one is a little big, Racing Champions one. The hood does open. It's a bit difficult because of the blower there, the intake, but wow, look at that. What does it say on the windscreen? I can't quite say, but I'm sure you can. That is a lovely car. The colour caught me on that one. Plastic base, plastic wheels, but nice. This one is not many to go now. This one is one that I went out my way for. It was more for the van that was in the set. Dodge, obviously. But there was a Dodge van in the set. It's a Michelin set. But this does have an opening bonnet. Pretty sure it was by Greenlight. You never see the sets anymore. I was so lucky to get the set from a British seller. Metal on metal, rubber tyres again, cracking car, I love it. The livery's just great. This is a car you don't see anymore. It's a Matchbox. It's got an unusual feature because I've never seen this on any car before, where it's a stripe down the middle. Weird. I'd have to open it to see exactly how it works, but I've got a good idea. But for these side parts to be metal, what an unusual design feature. But plastic wheels. MR2s were dangerous, and that's why there's not many about. If you crashed, I think it was similar to this TR7, the engine used to come onto you. It was very dangerous in a crash anyway, much similar to the, but it's not in great shape, but wow, it'll do. Pace car. Okay, it's another good one. This one is a particularly nice one. Another Racing Champions one. I'm sure it said what it was, but I can't see it. Oh, it said it's a Ford. It says Ford on the front, so it's a Ford. An opening bonnet, hood. Sorry, Deadwood oil filters. Cool. Look at that. It's lovely. Okay, plastic base again, but I picked that up from a charity. I think it was in the box. It's mint. The hood doesn't shut quite right, but I can live with that. I'm no perfectionist. 92. A few more. This one's the generic one. I don't really know what it is. No idea. Maybe it's a Peugeot, I don't know. Just come in the job lot. Doesn't say what it is in the bottom. Terrible bottom on it as they make, but it's alright. It's not in bad shape. Feels quite thick steel. Alloy, should I say. Number 17 service. I think they make wash machine service, so maybe it's something to do with that. No idea. Another Racing Champions. I think this is a Pontiac GTO. Oh yes, the bonnet doesn't open brilliantly, but it does. The hood doesn't open brilliantly, but it does open. For those who want to see it. Orange. I love orange. The future's bright. The future's orange. But the company doesn't exist anymore. It's gone into EE, but a good company. I always like that logo. The future's bright. The future's orange. Oh, this is a Matchbox. But what fascinates me about this one, especially about having the plastic spoiler at the back, plastic base, Matchbox, quite nicely done. Nice wheels. This is a Holden, and I love Australian cars, Holdens. I recently got the two cars in 1:64 scale from Mad Max, and they'll be shown recently. And I've also got the, I think is it the Holden or the Falcon Estate as well, but that's in the higher scale. And I've looked and looked for one of those, and luckily I've found one recently. But I like the livery on that. It's a nice car. This one, obviously another Racing Champions. An opening hood. Exide, no, I've heard of that. I think it's some sort of petroleum company. Very cool, nice car. This is one of my favourites. Let's have a look what this one is. It's a plastic base. Oh, it's a 70 Chevelle SS. Wow. Opening hood. This is quite a good one for Racing Champions. Matched light. No idea what that is. Some sponsors there. It's not. I'm not sure if it's metal or not. I think it is. Actually. I think it's a metal base, which is quite nice. One of the better quality ones. I managed to pick this up very cheap. Nobody else bid on it. I think I got it for about £2. Ridiculous money for such a nice car. Just two more, and then we're finished. And I can rest my neck. This one, let's have a look what it is. Oh, it's Camaro. That's probably why I didn't know exactly what it was straight off. It's a nice car though, nice colour. Sort of like an orangey yellow. Engine detail there. I love the Kodak. If it's got sponsorship on it, I'm usually a player on it, and that's very, very nice. Last one of my favourite models is a Nomad. And you can't go wrong with a Nomad. The same livery as the other car before. Was it Camaro? I'm not sure now what it was. But the one before, matched light. Opening hood. See the details in there. Again, it's metal. Very shiny metal, but a nice metal base. I thought it was plastic until I've just had a good look. These do have sort of like a rubber tyre as well. Okay, maybe I'd like the back to open, but hey, what can you do? It's nice to have anything open on this scale. But there's some cool cars there that I haven't seen anywhere else, and I hope you appreciate seeing them in much higher detail now. I am just gone over half an hour, so I'll pack it up. But I was quite impressed in how this camera focuses brilliantly, like the people who've been doing it a lot longer than me. I've fluked to buying a really good camera very cheaply, so I'm often lucky like that though. If you're unlucky in one way, you'll be lucky in another. But I hope you've appreciated seeing those, because I would if I didn't have them, but there's some right weird ones in there. Take care, peeps.